power's sake, but when we cease to be the most powerful country in the world, we lose to a large degree our way to defend our unique and honorable way of life, and that bothers me.
I'm going to ask that just Todd answer one or two more questions because we do have more business to take care of this evening. I'm sure you'd like to.
I just go until they cut me off.
I cut you off. I'm sorry.
No. I want you. I need to cut her off to tell me when to stop taking questions. So I haven't. I like to be gender fair here. So yes.
Well, how do you feel about Afghanistan and getting our soldiers out of there and back home?
Sure. Afghanistan is one of the primary theaters in this war on terrorism. And we need to fight that battle. We need to fight it well. I have real concerns about how we're fighting it. And I'll say if we're not going to fight it well, then we need to pull the troops out. We should be measuring our success, as certain senators said in the Senate Foreign Relations Committee hearings recently, just like, we ought to be measuring various variables to determine whether or not we're actually accomplishing our mission. We need to clarify our mission, too. How many local troops are we training? And what skill sets are we training? How many bad guys are we getting? How many do we need to get in order to really be securing this country? How many aid workers do we need to have in there to win the support of the local populace? There's not enough transparency about this. There aren't enough people asking the hard questions in Washington. Meanwhile, we have an executive branch who established a politically driven withdrawal timeline. That's no way to win a counterinsurgency battle. When we establish a timeline for withdrawal, we just telegraph to the enemy how long they got to sit on the sidelines. That's right. They just wait around. We got to give them a little more credit. People in Washington aren't a whole lot smarter than the people in Afghanistan. Those guys know what they're doing. You establish a timeline, they'll wait us out, and we'll be back where we started from, though hundreds of billions of dollars poorer in the process. So that's my thought. Is that it?
Yeah. All right, last question.
This woman over here feels, she looks like she's about to pop, but I'll take your question afterward because I think his hand's been up. All right. That wasn't you've been very sweet, but just very passionate. Let's do it. But, yeah.
I have a question. As a military man, also adopted father, I know abortion, I appreciate that. I'm a recipient of abortion. Could have aborted my children instead of my father.
That's great.
I'd like to one question. How do you feel about Israel?
The question was how I feel about Israel. I'm glad you asked it because someone mentioned foreign aid earlier. Generally speaking, I think foreign aid is not a good idea. But you have to take these things, the world is complicated on a case-by-case basis. Israel is our friend. They share our values. They're an ally. They sit on the doorstep of Iran and many of our mortal enemies. We need to support our friends. Israel depends on us. We, to some extent, depend on them. And I'm a staunch supporter of continuing to support Israel. I said I'd stay around afterward. Oh, sure. No, I'm going to run out of here.
Absolute last question.
That's what somebody else does.
Okay, what I've been hearing is that our militaries, they're trying to do away with the don't ask, don't tell policy or whatever they have. And our troops aren't getting the poll, they're supposed to be able to take the survey. That's not happening. Yeah. And also about the military hospitals being used as abortion clinics being funded by our tax dollars. That's in the works too, and people, we're not hearing about that. We need to know about that so that we can make a difference in that. So how do you feel
take them in reverse order. Our military clinics should absolutely not be abortion clinics. We should not be asked to sanction behavior that we personally believe is immoral through the federal tax process. And then secondly, your first question was, you're going to have to help me out here. It's been a long day. Oh, don't ask, don't tell.
They've already kind of made a decision, but yet it hasn't been, they were supposed to do the survey and all that. And
Yeah.
why isn't that happening? How can we make a stand on those issues that we think is right? They need us, we need more.
Here's my thought on the don't ask, don't tell policy. It was highly criticized, when passed, made almost no one happy, but you know what? It seems to, on balance, have pretty much worked. And we heard not too many years ago from our chiefs of staff, from our chairman of the Joint Chief of Staff, that this would undermine military readiness. What massive cultural shift have we had in this country that somehow makes it now okay, like it's not going to undermine our military readiness. So my thought is, until we have crystal clear evidence that this is not going to undermine our preparation to defend ourselves and our families, we should not change the existing policy, and that's where I'm at on that. Thank you very much.